Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. The opener in conference play for both of these teams. It's the Mississippi State Bulldogs and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Inside Williams-Brice Stadium for South Carolina, the Sandstorm team entrance is electric. The fans make this one of the most special venues in sports. Loud, proud, and rocking. That iconic entrance is one you've got to appreciate. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Gamecocks offense to go on the attack first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack. Split backs here.
And there was times during the week when we were texting. We have a group text for these games every single week, and we talk about different guys. And this receiver, we were like, is the tape in fast motion? Like, this dude is flying out wide. Like, this is a guy that legit has that take the top off the defense speed, elite speed. Palmer, this is a guy that defenses, and talking to the coaches, they are extremely worried about.
Yeah, the D coordinator in this game told us he just hasn't slept much this week, knowing how fast this guy is and just how he can score any given play. And they've got to do a really good job in this one communicating, understanding where he is, but making sure there is at least one safety playing deep, because you know this guy is going to get his opportunities deep down the field.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Throwing, Sellers. The short hands, it's McAllister. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Again, it's Sellers. Snagged out of the air. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. What a nice job to get through your progressions and find your man open on the drag.
And you can't do that without good protection up front by the offensive line, giving you a little bit of time. And you're right, the QB had time, saw the matchups, finally saw that drag come open, completes the strike, gets the first down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Running inside, it's McAllister. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Bulldogs offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Bluff Bothwell, he has become a key piece of this offense.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level. They can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns them. Like, he's just got that...
He lobs one high down the left side. Hits him in stride at the 10. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And this is why so many teams go play action. They try to freeze guys in the back end, work on their eye discipline, get them to bite a little bit. Nice job on the play fake. Nice job bombs away, putting air underneath it and making the big touchdown pass.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The defense thought in this game they were going to have an opportunity to pick some passes off, and what a great job. Down deep in the opponent's territory, he jumps the route, he intercepts it, and returns it now inside the 5-yard line, setting his offense up in beautiful field position.
They'll mark him down at the 2, the excellent execution on that throw and catch. They've moved it forward to the 2, now it's 2nd and goal. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. This crowd rising up, sensing that his defense needs some help. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense showing off a little diversity, right? Like being able to run that option a different way, get a receiver that can catch the ball on the pitch, confuse the defense enough to create enough opportunity for the QB to keep it and punch it in the end zone.
And the point after is good. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick.
Free up the gut! The 30! He's at the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I'll tell you what, as a defense, you've got to respect it. You've got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. The early scripts have worked, trying to add to this 14-7 lead. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Here comes the heat. Got him downfield. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Pressure coming. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, as he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Now give it to Fluff. At midfield, he's got room. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Evans. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Well, we knew coming into tonight they were going to try to find this guy throwing the ball. I had no idea it was going to be this successful this early. Guys, he's closing in on 100 receiving yards. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. He has been an absolute force.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
And I think third and short is the perfect time to run RPOs, because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a fourth down situation.
They'll go with Bothwell. Finding some room. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. So going for it on fourth down is one thing. Quite another to say we're going to run it for a couple.
Yeah, that's impressive, because that was a long 2 yards. And I think there are a lot of coaching staffs out there that would have probably tried to throw it or get their quarterback on the perimeter or give him a run-pass option, but not this offense. They
breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Bulldogs will hustle to the line. They'll go to the counter. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Here's a give to Bothwell. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. And we take a look at how these quarterbacks are doing so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Taylor wants to throw. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's McAllister. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Right back to the well. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. 4th down, Sellers. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The run inside. It's McAllister. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. The offense changing the play. Looking for space. It's Clark. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4.
And the offense runs the football, and they get the first down. And you kind of get the feeling they've already gone for it on 4th down once. Like, they're going to do it again. And that just puts so much pressure on a defense. Like, to play an extra snap over and over again is really, really difficult. This offense appears to be in an aggressive mode.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And I think QB's rushing, especially in the RPO game. You want to get that ball. Okay, I'm pulling it now. I got to throw a strike right now and get it on him. And you can tell, throws it to the left and doesn't get it to his wide receiver. It's just maybe a little bit of hurrying too much.
They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Great job by the back on the option. They just took the air out of that thing. That might be an understatement. They took the ball away and just wore down, just grinded away at that defense.
Took a lot of time off the clock in the process as well. I'm impressed with the physicality up front of this offense, because that's where it all starts. If you're going to march the ball down the field like they just did, you've got to be dominating in the trenches, and they are doing that in this game right now.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Complete to Williams over the middle. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, you can't throw it much better than that. You've got an in-breaking route coming from the right-hand side, and there wasn't a big window to squeeze that football into, but really nice job on the timing. He threw it at the perfect moment, puts it only where his guy can make the catch.
There he goes. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
Well, this guy's getting himself into a rhythm here early. You just saw a beautiful throw in the previous play. Now he's showing off the speed, and you can't blame him, honestly. When you run like him, even if it's first down, if it's not open, just take off. This defense is going to be on their heels all game long if they can't find a way to start slowing him down.
And the Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And he showed you in 2 plays why this defense has been up late at night. Like, thinking about having to guard, he makes you defend the back end, throwing the football, but then has the ability to pull it down and chew up yards with his legs. He makes you cover the whole field, run and pass. Infuriating to deal with as a defense.
Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. Finds a little bit of room, give him a couple down to the 23. They'll stop play here as they have a look at this injured Gamecock. That is their sophomore defensive end, and as with any injury, they hope this is just a momentary thing. Holly will check on him in a bit. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. Taylor wants to throw it. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Yeah, and you could tell he was trying to run with that football before he caught it. That slant route, you stick your foot in the ground, cut towards the QB. Those are one of those plays where he puts it on the money and you just try to make yards after the catch, but key word being after the catch.
He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14. From inside the 10, here he comes. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wide receiver comes in motion. Nine-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. And the Gamecocks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Running inside, it's McAllister. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 47 on 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. Sellers on the play action. Escapes the sack. Slides away. But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
Tackled there by the defense.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the 1st half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a 1st half.
Sellers lined up in the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Gamecocks need to pick it up on 4th down. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Makes the catch. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Taylor wants to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. The Bulldogs will use their 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Took care of it himself. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble. Mississippi State calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Looking downfield on first down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Obviously didn't like what he saw on first down, and they used a timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. One more snap coming before halftime. Wants to adjust the pattern. On the run, it's McAllister. Last-ditch effort to get points before the half. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Going left, Fluff Bothwell. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Mississippi State right back to the line.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for that.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Finds his tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking.
Wide open spaces. Touchdown Bulldogs. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Here's Sellers to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Soft spot in the middle. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Bennett. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36. After the 7-yard completion, it's now 2nd and 3. Sellers to the air again. Caught in the backfield. It's McAllister. There's a crease. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Gamecocks have this offense rolling. Quarterback making checks. Sellers. Caught over the middle. It's McAllister. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Holds and fires complete to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. Throws to the wideout. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. 4th down, Sellers. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up, they bowed up, and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
That's reeled in. It's West. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. The Bulldogs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Under fire. And into the end zone. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Well, that was an easy one for the officials. You can't grab a face mask like that, and it costs the defense a first down. And the offense grateful for that penalty if they can just move it 1 more yard to get it in. They'll try to run it with fluff. Touchdown, Mississippi State! And the pummeling has started. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he puts through the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. 14. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself...
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. They'll stop play here as they have a look at this injured Gamecock. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And his first throw here is incomplete.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. Turning it on the nasty move, and now he's got room. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. First down here for the offense. They're going to ride this running back. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. They've got him spread out on 2nd and 7. 2 wide out to either side. With the catch, it's Evans. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Taylor wants to throw it. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Number 8, set to kick off.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And on that kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Fires to the wideout. Oh, and he just dropped it so close to his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Sellers. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Gamecocks will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. And now the hit knocks it loose. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. As we head to the quarter break, Mississippi State has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Throwing, Sellers. He's got him. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. The Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll run it in the red zone. It's McAllister. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
Tries to do it himself on the draw. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, South Carolina! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Here in the second half of this game, you're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. If they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
It'll be 3rd and long. Taylor wants to throw. Under fire. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Just keep slinging it. Snagged in the middle. It's Johnson. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Makes the grab. It's West. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one. And the Bulldogs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Off the play fake. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll give it to Fluff. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we're looking pretty good.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Here's Sellers to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Plucks it out of the air. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
That's caught. It's Hunt. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Sellers. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game, but as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
It's caught. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. Timeout is called by the offense, 16 seconds left in the game. The Gamecocks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Again, it's Sellers. Here's the pressure. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Throwing, Sellers. Makes the grab for the 2.
That's tough to defend, right? You're going 5 wide, spreading us out across the field. These windows become a little bit bigger when you do that, and they were able to convert, and as a result, they walk away with 8 points on the drive.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the ball pops out. That's the way defenses love to finish off a game. Force a turnover, leave no doubt, take away all hope, and they're going to get the W. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory.